And while we're waiting for it to go live, did it start? There we go. There. We are live. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this bad boy, y'all know the dealio. Pull it up real quick. Subscriber give. Oh, and it went away. Subscriber giveaway. Go to Ivy Talks Podcast um at YouTube. Oh, big shout outs. I want to start shouting out the winners for the subscriber giveaway. Because I think people like don't think we do them. But shout out to the winner of February 1st, at J JZEY 996. So shout out to them for winning the subscriber giveaway for February 1st. The next one's gonna be 10 days, February 15th. So to enter, all you gotta do is subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave a comment on any video, and we will be shouting you guys out the podcast after the giveaway. So we will be shouting people out just so people know who wins, I guess, because yeah. Also, if you want to support the pod, it's February. We got the Valentine's Day special on the 30-day challenge. It's free. Go ahead and download that bad boy. Um, it's free. It's free. Check it out. We got also other workout programs. Check out there. Fill this bad boy out if you want like something very specific for your workout scheduling. And of course, y'all guys know finalformsubs.com. Check out the supplements. We got protein powders. We got all these different categories here. That's finalformsubs.com. Um, any other announcements? Calvin, you got any announcements?
Nah, nah. Well, I know one announcement I got my with the snowstorms and everything. I was supposed to go down to Florida and I finally got that rescheduled. So that's a work trip and everything. But other than that, man, same old stuff, man. Same old week. Nothing really new. Nothing really
Yeah.
new.
Welcome
What
in,
about you,
peoples.
Doc?
Welcome in. The chat is already getting going. Dude, so I got a little weekly update. So Monday was the first day I went hooping in. Okay, we got JZ996 in the chat. Congratulations again. And we appreciate the subscribe, the follow. We appreciate all of you guys. And good luck to those of y'all that haven't won. Um so Monday was the first time I'm back on my schedule. Like semester's full swing. I'm back into like my like set schedule. So I went hooping. I haven't hooped since like late November. I haven't hooped in a
Mhm.
long time because was moving from I was moving from San Antonio to Austin. It's just doing that. And then when I got out here, I'm trying to find places to hoop because my scheduling switched when semester was over because I was hooping on Fridays when I was on campus. I don't live in San Antonio no more. So I was trying to figure out schedule and like where to hoop. So no, I take that back. I've hooped one time since November. Because I went the week before Christmas, I went to the rec, the UT rec. Remember, I think I talked about it on the pod where like I waited for 2.5 hours. I played one game because all
Mhm.
the courts were under construction. Welcome in, chat. Welcome in, chat. It was under construction, so like I didn't go obviously the week of Christmas. Then the week after that, it's like New Year's. I'm working like 40 hours for the holidays. I had a lot going on. I didn't have time to go. And so I was gonna go today. The problem is the drive's long. It took me an hour to get there because their campus is downtown. It's like trying to park to go to Vanderbilt. I have to find public parking.
Mhm.
And the traffic is insane. So I was actually looking at like why there's some YMCA's out here that I was looking at to because eventually I need a membership for a gym that's closer to the house and
Mhm.
that has a basketball court. So I was looking, I was like, finally, I was like, you know what, I'm paying for this. Let me just go up there. Finally, go up there, parking garage, yada yada. Calvin, Boy, I am so out of shape. I am so out of shape. It's February. I haven't hooped. I've hooped one time since late November. Dude, I played the first game and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know if I'm be able to do a second game. I, the in between games, I was really trying to catch my breath. Played the second game. I was like, dang, I'm not even catching my wind at all.
Mhm.
Third game, I kind of caught my wind. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be all right. But like I knew then the fourth game, I only played four. I left after the fourth game. I went home and I was gonna wake up to go to the gym the next day. And so this is Monday night. Tuesday's leg day. I wake up Tuesday morning, bro. I was like, nah, bro, there's no way I'm doing legs today.
Nah, I can't do it today.
I felt like I got in a car wreck. I was like, there is no shot I'm getting a quality workout. I might as well just sleep and like use this day to recover. Oh, to participate in the subscriber giveaway, you just subscribe to the YouTube channel and then leave a comment on any video. Live chat comments don't count because um I gotta find a way to track it. So for right now, you just leave a comment on like a regular video because I'm able to track those. I'd have to like keep track in real time, which is not going to be possible we do during the podcast. But yeah, just go to like whatever, any video, any YouTube short, leave a comment, subscribe, and then you'll be entered to win. It's the first and 15th of every month. Um, yeah, first 15th every month. So, but your boy still got it. I'm not gonna fake it. I was a little insecure. I'm like, bro, my shot's finna be off. I haven't like put a ball up in 4 months, like or 4 weeks, 5, 6 weeks. So I'm like in my head, I'm like, I'm just gonna play defense, rebound, do like the basic stuff that you don't even really got to have your shot to do. Get to the basket. So first game. And I don't know nobody here. This is only my second time ever going to the UT Rec. So I really haven't, and I went at a completely different time. So complete new people, no chemistry. I don't know nobody. So I finally get on. First possession, I catch it the wing. You know me. I catch it at the little
Going up. It's going up.
short wing. And first I'm like, I'm not even gonna force no shots because in my head I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna make nothing. I haven't shot in forever. And I only had like, when you're like warming up while games are being played, you gotta wait till they go down there to you get so like I did that for like 5, 10 minutes. And that's all my warm-up was. So, but he was so far away. I'm like, that that dog in me was like, bro, if you don't put up this shot, so I catch it. I really had wait. I was like, well, he's leaving me
Oh,
wide
you
open.
think I'm sweet?
Right. I'm like, I can't just not take this shot because if I pass it, it look like I can't shoot, like I
Uh-huh.
can't hoop because he's leaving me wide. So that I was like, oh, here's the first shot. So, ball going. I'm not trying to like force nothing. So I'm not like asking for the ball. I'm kind of moving around, setting screens, getting rebounds, yada yada. There's another time I get a down screen, I pop up, catch at the wing, but my guy goes instead of trailing me, he goes around the screen to come through the passing lane. So I fade instead of coming to the ball. I fade because he's coming, not I guess around. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He bowls out and tries to go around. So I fade because he's away. He's going that way. I fade, catch it. My guy that sets the screen turns around and sets the screen again. I rip through a little one step. Yeah.
Pass.
I was like, oh, okay. Calvin, I only missed one shot. In 4 games, I only missed one shot. I started cooking, bro. And I'm not gonna fake it. Calvin, you should have been there. I almost caught me a body. Calvin, I almost caught me a body. We're coming down transition. We got dude coming down middle. I'm kind of like the wing, and we had a dude in the corner. This dude, he didn't really. You could tell he was out of shape. He didn't really like run it off for us. So he was in the corner. So me and him kind of right next to each other. I'm in like the wing, and I'm in like the low wing. He's kind of like the high corner. So we're kind of next to each other. So my guy's guarding me, but my guy doesn't know that his guy that's in the corner is there. He thinks he's got two, and nobody's there to help him. So the guy on top of the key, he throws it straight to the corner. He bypassed me, goes straight to the corner. The guy in the corner, his man comes out. My guy goes out because he doesn't know he has a defender on him. He goes over there too. So it's 2-on-1. I'm much wide ass open. So I take a step. I'm like, oh man. I take a step, passes me the ball, dribble, 1-2. I go up, and the dude was like this under the rim. Ball slipped out though. Bro, I hit my elbow on the fucking backboard. I was committed. I went, oh. And the ball just flies out.
That'd be the
Oh,
fucking
but yeah,
worst, bro.
that was my week of basketball.
I'm so afraid to fucking do that shit unless I have like a wide open lane. Cause you remember that
Oh
one
yeah,
the last time we played, I thought the dude undercut me or whatever. Everybody's like, bro, nobody undercut you. You just jumped over the dude. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell y'all talking about?
yeah. No, it'd be dangerous, especially if you're playing with like people that don't have body control
Mm-hmm.
and like that's not like been around like actual athletes, and they'd be the ones that get you hurt.
Yeah. Going a fast break, some dude trying to play hero ball. It's like, bro, the first thing you're not jumping with me.
Literally, just bro,
it's like,
just give me the layup.
it's like, bro,
Just give me the layup.
the worst case scenario that will happen is that I miss this bitch and the ball just goes flinging off the rim.
Literally,
But man,
literally, literally.
but man, oh man. Um, Finest,
Yeah,
talk about an elephant in the room. What the hell was that?
Kevin Hart. I'm, I'm
um,
I'm sending out the stream to my friends that be like, send me the link when you go live. I'm like,
all
all right, you could just subscribe, but
right, bro.
all right, what do you mean,
What you think about these Epstein files, bro?
bro? Bro, I don't even know, dude.
I don't know what to say or what to because bro, it seems like this. Well, first thing, let's talk about this. This shit has been going on for years. And when I say years, I'm talking like 10 plus.
Right.
So there's so much. Let's just say this. There's a lot that can come from 1 year of bullshit, correct? Do you agree with that?
100%. Okay,
There is
Ethan.
probably so much stuff that hasn't even we probably even haven't they haven't probably even like cusp like midway of all the BS that's going on right now.
No.
But my thing is, but my thing is, whoever's in those documents, man, and I think this is gonna be like a several year thing, man. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, like we're gonna do this and that right now. Nah, I think it's gonna be a few years till if they even do something, if they do. But
Uh, I do have a take on that. So let me see. Excuse me. All right. Here's the problem. So they're
the
gonna
problem is that we have to stick motherfuckers. No, I'm
well, here's the problem. Because like people like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Casey, I say Westerman, Larry Summers, like
they're saying Jay-Z, like all these other
right,
people.
there's a bunch of celebrities that have been listed here, but here's the problem. Uh that's why the oh my God. Ethan said he heard MJ was on the files. That's why LeBron's the GOAT. Look, I don't know. I allegedly. The announcements, there's not a formal announcement for the winner of the subscriber giveaway. But we are just gonna start announcing the winner. Like if you win, you'll be emailed on the 1st and the 15th, and you'll get your winnings when you reply. And then we will announce you on the next podcast we do after that. But there's not like a formal announcement on the pod for the winner. So if let's say February 15th comes up and you guys don't get an email, you didn't win. Now there is a chance I will say some you have 24 hours to reply. I give you 48 hours to reply to the email. So on February 1st, for example, if I email somebody and they don't reply, I email them on the 2nd. And then if they don't reply to that, I will repick somebody. So there is a chance that if the first person doesn't respond, you could get emailed like on the 3rd or like on the 17th. But that's why I want to start doing formal announcements on the pod so people know like somebody actually won. Here's my thing. Here's why I don't think anything's actually going to happen with it. Because all the Epstein files stuff it's not a list of people that were doing nefarious acts with Jeffrey Epstein. All it is people that have interacted with Jeffrey Epstein. And
Mm.
just because you've been listed on, just because your name has been involved because you went to a lunch with them one time, that doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. Hold up, Ethan. I'll answer your question in a second. What it means is you've interacted with this person. Now, picture this. Now, granted, I forgot what year it was, but he did serve, quote unquote, serve time, which is where they let him go on the weekends, yada yada. But he was convicted of like sexual assault charges in like
Did he really
2000.
have to serve it? I thought he was placed on house arrest for 6 months or something.
Well, it was weird. Like at first he was, and then they moved him somewhere, and like they let him go on the weekends, and then he finished the rest of it on house arrest. Like it was a lot of like it was a slap on the wrist, basically. But he did actually get convicted and served some type of time in quotes, right? It wasn't actual time, but he was convicted of stuff in 2009. But imagine this: imagine you are a rich person, and you have rich friends. Friends, let's say prior to 2009. Let's say, or even after 2009, because whatever. But let's just say you don't know much about it, right? But let's just say, hey, I got a friend, you got a friend who goes, man, and let's say your friend ends up coming up big, right? He does some investments, yada, 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 he comes up big. You're like, hey, man, who's your money guy? Because, all these people got money guys. Oh, I got a money guy. I give him my stuff. He handles my portfolio. I made 30% last year in the market or 30% of my investments. You're going to be like, oh, snap. Okay, well, who's your guy? I'll connect you. His name's Jeffrey Epstein. Because that's all he was really doing after the whole. It's actually crazy because nobody knew how he got his money. He actually got his money because he worked at a I believe like a financial like brokerage place. There was fraud involved, and it's believed that he gained his wealth from that because the head of that firm took the fall, and Epstein basically didn't take the fall, right? So he amassed his wealth. Now that you got wealth, that wealth can connect you to other wealthy people, and then he started managing wealthy people's money. So he became people's money person. Now, if you say, oh yeah, I got this guy, his name's Epstein, he's my money guy, I'll hook you up. Let's say he'll links you up, y'all go on a lunch, or let's say you go to his house, or he's like, hey, I got a private jet, I'll fly you out, we can talk business, I got my own island. Let's say you don't know anything about the island at first, but it's not too crazy to think that somebody that is a billionaire has his own island, and maybe in your head it's like, oh, he might conduct business there, it's his own private island, whoop, 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 whoop. You get on the plane, you go to his island. Let's say y'all actually strictly just talk business about the money, yada yada yada, fill out contracts, y'all got lawyers about whatever, whatever. And then you go home, let's say he becomes your money guy. Let's say you say, oh, you don't say nothing ever happens, you don't follow through with it or whatever, but you were just talking to see like what the potential things are, whatever, whatever. You would be listed on that list because you'd be on the flight log because you're on the plane. Even if you didn't go to his island, if you went to lunch with him, he documented everything. You would have been on the list because you went to lunch with this guy and you didn't do anything illegal or incriminating. It just looks incriminating because you had some type of involvement with him. The problem is proving the people that were a part of the terrible stuff that they did, that he was involved with, that people knew about, figuring out who was a part of that and who was legitimately just money business, or even if he was your friend and you didn't know and y'all were just hanging out having fun, trying to discern who was in which bucket is going to be impossible.
Mhm.
So that's why I don't think anything actually comes out of this. And Ethan, yes, this is the background GoT615. It goes from left to right. Well, I think right. So basically, with the flow, that's me. The black dude next to me is Calvin, and then that's Mark with the blue suit and Mitch in the orange suit. And that's our GoT615 background. And yes, it is AI generated. I sent photos of all of us to ChatGPT and it made that for us. So yeah, I don't think anything actually comes out of this. Cancel culture might try to get on the wave and cancel people that have like a background of being like terrible people, but like you've heard like Darnell Rawlins, they've been to like parties with Diddy and stuff like that, but they weren't doing any like crazy Diddy party stuff. Diddy had a party on the boat and it was family friendly. People's families were there, and that was it. But just because you're on that boat doesn't mean you're involved with the this crazy Diddy stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to. Okay, Calvin, I got a question for you. Shout out Ethan in the chat. Ethan asked, "Do you think Trump was involved in some weird stuff?
Hell yes.
In your opinion, you think he was?"
Hell yes. Dude, this is the thing. This is
Wait,
the
wait, but
thing.
there's all speculation. There's all speculation, just in case.
There's all
All speculation.
speculations, but man, like I'm gonna say this. Hopefully I don't get canceled for I'm not gonna get canceled for this, but
No, no.
my
I
thing is
I own 100% of this podcast. It's impossible to
my
cancel this.
my thing about it is that all right, fine. Let's say let's say I'm hanging out with a certain individual that you don't
Mhm.
like and everything like that. You know
Okay.
what they do outside of work or whatever. They do like mischievous shit, just stuff that you don't agree with and you wouldn't do personally in your life and everything.
Right.
Let's change that to like Donald Trump and everything.
Okay.
When you're surrounded by a bunch of people that have done bad things, been convicted of stuff, and then also you're being convicted of stuff before your presidency and everything like that. I mean, man, it's kind of hard to not I won't say believe, but be like, okay, that might hold a little bit of truth.
Right.
And then you back it up with just like statements that have been said, interviews and everything like that. um I think I like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't know if he did it or not, but I feel like he might have not physically done it, but he knows something. He knows something. He knows who the key players are or something like that. Like I feel like once you're in that like a high power like that and everything, you know stuff that shouldn't get out, basically.
Right.
That's my 2 cents on it.
So yeah, it's tough because like shout out Ron W, Ethan, there, W, everybody in the chat,
Hey,
big
great
dubs.
question, by the way, Ethan.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know Ethan.
Yeah.
I've been trying to. He comes up to Austin sometimes, so I'm trying to figure out Ethan if you can find a Monday where you come hoop. I'm trying to hoop on Monday's the only day I can hoop, but it's tough. So like, let's set up a scenario, right? I'm not trying to defend anybody, but realistically, if we're being unbiased, okay, Target, being unbiased, Cal might say we're pretty good friends, right?
Hmm.
Also, speaking of that, sidebar. Okay, Brooke, shout out Brooke in the chat, big dubs in the chat. Also, I'm gonna tell you this. You are gonna, I'm going, when I, wow, Ethan's Austin right now. That's crazy, but it's not Monday. Um, Whenever I get ready to get married, I'm gonna ask you to be my best man, all right? Like, so we're good friends, right? Known each
Hmm.
other for a long time. We've hung out, like, I feel like we both know each other so well.
Hmm.
Like, let's say, for example, God forbid, right? Something crazy comes out that I did some crazy shit, right? We'll just say something crazy, right? Nothing with kids and just some crazy stuff. People are gonna look at you and be like, how did you not know? You've got it, because now people are gonna think, oh, him and Calvin hung out all the time. He was going to San Antonio all the time, this, that, and the third. How could you not know? There is a scenario where yes, we are good friends, but some people keep secrets from other people. So
Hmm.
there is a possibility of that to where we're like good friends. We're traveling together. We're buddy buddy. We got a podcast together. When we go, we're always going cigars. We're this, that, and the third. But you don't know that deep down inside, I'm a deranged maniac that is, doing
And
some crazy stuff.
I'm not gonna say I mean, there's been Netflix series about people living double lives and everything like that. Um, and like you said too, man, like some people are just really good at just playing one side and everything and not spilling the beans and everything like that.
Yeah,
I just think, like I said, I feel like there's a long rap sheet with this stuff. That's my only thing. That's
yeah,
my only, that that
yeah.
that that's
I
the
do see what you're
only
saying.
yeah, that's the only thing, man.
Yeah,
It,
because
and
the
it,
yeah.
and it seems like it's gotten worse since he's been in presidency.
Ron says what's good, Calvin.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, and I do want to point out the other part. I don't want to just talk about one side, but the other side is there is a good chance that he knew this was going on, he was involved, and he's trying to distance himself from it 100%. Uh, appreciate it, Ron. Shout out to background, big background. Um, yeah, honestly, I don't think we'll ever find out. I really don't.
I don't think, yeah, and it's just and I'm gonna say this too, Finest. It still amazes me that all the presidents that he's the one that is technically he hasn't been convicted of it, but he's been charged with. Has he been convicted? It was
Yeah,
like
he's
so
been
many,
convicted of other stuff.
so many counts and everything, man. I'm just like, how is that even possible that somebody can get convicted of that many and still
34. He's been convicted, not accused. He has been formally convicted and found guilty on 34 accounts. Now, I will say it's all falsified business records. It has nothing to do with children stuff. Technically, it has nothing to do with like trafficking or none of that stuff. It's uh 34. Oh, here it says he has a total of 88 criminal accounts as of November 26, 2025.
Jesus
But he's
Christ.
been found guilty of 34 and they're falsifying business stuff. So it is not like the same type of offense.
Hmm.
All right, quick question from Ethan. You're in a room with Diddy, Epstein, and Jeffrey Dahmer. You have to hang out with two of them. Which
Jesus,
two are you picking?
Jesus Christ, Ethan.
I'm
You
gonna say
said
right
Dick,
now,
Epstein, and who?
Jeffrey Dahmer. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, this isn't a hard question. Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer. This is
I'm not getting in the room with him.
bro, it's Diddy and Epstein. One, Epstein, bro, I will fuck Epstein.
First thing, Diddy and Epstein, like they gonna catch these hands. Now
That's what I'm saying.
it's
I'll fight both of them, no
it's the
problem.
thing. This is the thing when because I'm not picking Dahmer, bro. Like that motherfucker might have
No,
the Freddie and Jason Killer Kid in his back pocket.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's wild, Ethan. But no, I'll say this. I'll say this. I'm gonna go with Diddy. I'm gonna go with Diddy, right? I'm gonna say this because if I beat the fuck out of Epstein, I don't know who the hell he's gonna call to come murk my ass in the middle of the night, just with all his connections and everything. I'm taking Diddy, bro, because I don't think Diddy gonna send some Secret Service hitman after me or whatever the case may be.
Are you sure he allegedly set up Kid Cudi's car to explode?
Okay, fine. What would you rather? Okay,
No,
what would you rather have? Somebody blow up your car or somebody secretly just get into your house some way and just murk you just right then?
Well, here's the thing. I don't even think with Diddy and Epstein fighting, I don't even think it has to get to fighting. There's been plenty of people that have had encounters and have had encounters with Epstein and Diddy, and they didn't get abused. Like there is a situation where you're hanging out with them, and as long as you like on the up and up, like, oh no, I'm good. He goes, oh, Diddy, oh, I got an after party. He's like, no, I'm good. After this, I'm just gonna go to the crib. Epstein, if you just don't show interest into no crazy stuff, I feel like they're not gonna push it because they don't want a loose end involved. They have to figure out. With Jeffrey Dahmer, now Ethan brought up a good point. Realistically, we could fight Dahmer because he's skinny, right? He's
That
probably not a
big.
fighter. The problem with Dahmer is he don't you don't he can get to he doesn't his tactics don't involve fighting. His tactics are you might end up getting drugged. There might be like some type of gas involved that could, render you unconscious. He might sneak up on you, hit you with a syringe, and now you're like incapacitated or unconscious. That part with the Jeffrey Dahmer is he was actually murdering people, right? With Diddy and Epstein, since they are celebrities, Jeffrey Dahmer was a nobody. He was not a celebrity. Diddy and Epstein were celebrities. They had to move a certain way, so they couldn't try just anybody. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So there's a situation where, let's say it's in a neutral site, it's at a party, and you're in a room and it's Diddy and Epstein. There's a chance that you just having a good time by yourself. You might have a conversation with them, just talk about music and talk about finances, and then you go home at the end of the night and you straight. Dahmer, there's a chance your guard is up, you chilling. Next thing you know, you waking up, you in a chair. Oh snap! You're tied to the
Mm-hmm.
chair because he wasn't a fighter. If you look at Dahmer, was not a fighter. He wasn't out here physically dominating and fighting
He
people. He
wasn't
was
that big of
drugging
a
them.
dude. Anyway, he wasn't that big of a dude.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't a fighter. He was being sneaky with it. So I'm not drinking nothing while I'm there. Diddy, I'm not drinking nothing either. But but like I'm not drinking nothing while no. Oh hell no.
With you saying that, I'm still picking Diddy, bro. I
You
just
gotta
don't
pick.
know
You
what the
have to
hell.
pick two. You gotta
Huh?
pick two. You gotta pick two.
I gotta pick two.
You gotta pick two out of the three.
Two. Oh, Diddy and Epstein. Like, what,
That's what I'm saying.
what the fuck you mean?
What do we think about the trade deadline?
I feel like we're gonna cover that a little bit in the NBA coverage. Um,
Yeah, we probably are. I'll be honest. I do have one thing with the trade deadline. I think AD going to the Wizards, I don't think that's too bad of a deal for the Wizards. I really don't. Now, you're not looking at this year making any type of waves, but think about it. Let me look up NBA. Oh, Jesus.
I'll tell you one though that I like a lot.
So let me look at the standings real quick for the Wizards. The Wizards are 14th. There's a good chance that they're going to be in the pickings for a lottery pick. They're going to have a top four pick. You can pick up Trae Young, D'Lo, Anthony Davis, and you get a top four pick in this upcoming draft. I think the Wizards are actually gonna. I think the Wizards could be a play-in playoff team next year. Because you're gonna. I do know there's a big caveat with Anthony Davis, right? Because of the injury stuff. But you're getting an off season. You're gonna get him healthy at the beginning of the season. Hopefully, you're gonna have a healthy Trae Young, right? You're gonna have a healthy D'Lo. I don't know who else they picked up. But Trae Young and Anthony Davis, I think that's a nasty
Young is
combination.
known for playing. Trey Young is known for playing good with the big. So
Yeah. So I think that'll work out better than people think, in my opinion.
you know the one that I'm really interested in that I do like that I
What
think both teams got something out of it. Um, the Warriors and Hawks. I think the Warriors
Warriors
get
got Porzingis, didn't they,
they got Porzingis, and then the Hawks
bro?
got Buddy Hield and Kaminga. I think that is the probably one of the best trades from both teams and everything. I don't think any team really lost anything from that and everything. I think the only thing is just the health of Kristaps. I think that's the only thing, but that's a given. Like we always known that he's been kind of injury prone and everything. But when he's on the floor, he produces and everything like that.
Yeah,
He does what
yeah,
he needs to do.
that's the one, bro. What have we I think we have talked about this for the past 10, 15 years with the Warriors. What is the one piece they are missing?
It's
They are
the
missing a big. They are missing a center. Not
But
only
this
did they
is the
pick up a
thing
center,
is like you said, like you were about to say, probably they didn't just pick up a center; they picked up a stretch forward, somebody that can obviously get rebounds, rim run, catch lobs, but also space the floor out and everything.
yeah,
I think that I'm really excited to see them and everything, to be honest, when he starts playing. Now, back to what I was saying with the Hawks, Jonathan Jonathan Kaminga, he's basically like a younger Andrew Wiggins, but
Bro,
better,
I was
my
literally just about to say Andrew Wiggins.
literally just a higher ceiling and everything. I don't know how the hell that the Warriors didn't utilize him and everything like that. But I mean, you got Jalen Johnson that's a rising star. You got Dyson Daniels that's over there. You got Kaminga that's gonna fit in well with that team and everything because they just run the floor. Then you got Buddy Hill that can come off the bench and hit threes. Like, come on, man. Come on.
And another trade I like is Luke Kennard to the Lakers for Gabe Vincent in a second round pick.
Hmm.
Um, Luke Kennard leading the league in 3-point percentage. I believe he's shooting 49% from the three this year so far. Now he has been in and out with injuries. Let me double check the number. Yeah, he's shooting 49.7% from the three. And
Hmm.
I think Luke Kennard, basically, they traded a one-for-one piece. By that I mean Gabe Vincent is a 3-and-D guy. Luke Kennard is a 3-and-D guy. But I think Luke Kennard right now is what they were hoping Gabe Vincent would be when they drafted him. Now, granted, Gabe Vincent again has been kind of fighting was fighting injuries and kind of keeping him out of the floor, and it's kind of messing up his rhythm. But with Luke Kennard, I think whenever he's supposed to come back or play, or if he's back now, I think he can come in and immediately have a big impact with the Lakers and that offense, being a space 3-and-D guy. And you're talking about shooting at the best percentage in the league right now. Now, Ethan did bring up a good point. Every shooter that goes to the Lakers, besides Danny Green, has been a terrible percentage ever. 100%. That's what happened with Gabe Vincent. They literally drafted him for 3-point, for 3-point, for like the 3-pointer, and he hasn't been shooting that well. Now, what I will say, Ethan, is the only player that they picked up that for the spacing at the 3-point line that they didn't utilize well, that did shoot the three well, was Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony led the Lakers in 3-point percentage, and they did not utilize him. And it frustrated the shit out of me. I'm not saying he should have started, but when you got a guy that's shooting the three at the best percentage on your team, he needs minutes. He needs minutes, and they didn't utilize him. So they either don't utilize him right, or they get there and forget how to shoot. So yeah,
Feel
yeah.
that?
Gabe was in 2021. Gabe was going crazy from the three. That's why they got him. But that's pretty much all the interesting ones. And because obviously the big one with Giannis, he's staying in Milwaukee.
And then I guess
Um,
they couldn't figure out anything for Ja.
yeah. Oh, where'd Jared Jackson end up going? Where'd he go again?
Think Utah.
Yeah, something like that. So Josh still in still in Memphis.
Yeah, he went to Utah and everything.
Uh, I think yeah, I think Hawks are one of the better defensive teams in the league.
They're about to be a better defensive team than what they are now.
Oh yeah,
I feel like too, with Jonathan Kaminga, bro, he kind of gives me shades of OG Anunoby too, a little bit.
yeah. All right, let's see where the Hawks rank right now. Oh, they're 23rd. So total defense is not that great. But I think they are, I can't find steals. I think they're one of the top teams in steals, though.
They got Dyson Daniels. I know he's leading. I think he's like in the
Yeah,
top
he's fourth.
three.
He's fourth in steals right now. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's just showing me by player. I can't find by team for that. But yeah, I could see that. Who's the Hawks center?
The Capella?
Yeah, something like that. Now, Calvin,
Hmm.
for some reason, this has been going viral on the internet. This has been going viral on the internet. It's kind of weird how viral it's gone because it's showing like a generational thing. But here's a quick question. Would you take $120,000 a year remote or 240,000 in-person job?
Say it again.
Wait, before we move
200.
on, last NBA question. Who do we have in the East-West Conference Finals? Um, in the West, give me OKC. Hmm. Low key, give me OKC and Nuggets. I think Spurs are too young. I don't think they got the legs to make it. I think they're gonna do well. I can see them going semis. I still do think they have a chance to go to the Western Conference Finals, but I think it'd be Thunder Nuggets. And then in the
It's gonna be.
East,
Go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead.
In the East, in the East, the East is tough. Because my inclination is to say Piston Knicks, but I don't know, dude. I could see the Pistons not making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. But Piston Knicks or Piston Cavs, I can see either of those.
I can see Pistons Celtics.
Yeah. Pistons Celtics without and then they'll have Jason Tatum back by then.
See Pistons Celtics. I'm gonna reach a little bit on this one. I'm gonna say Thunder Rockets.
Thunder Rock, I would be mad at that. I would not be mad at that at all. And they're sitting fourth, and when Kevin Durant's on your team, dude, anything's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are you doing? 120,000 remote or 240 in person?
How far is the drive?
That is a great question. Let's see. Let's say 30 minute commute.
I still have the same car that I'm driving.
Sure.
Fully remote, 5 days on site. I
Fully
just live
remote.
remotely. Huh?
100% remote. You ain't got to leave the house.
And then then I go into the office. That's 5 days a week, right?
5 days a week, 9 to 5, same hours,
I'm
40
taking,
hour weeks.
bro. I'm taking the. I'm going in. I'm going into work.
Now, how far of a drive would you have to drive to go the 120 remote? What's your cap? Where do you cap
120
it at?
remote. 30.
So if it was like 45-minute drive, you do a remote.
Yeah. Honest, this is the first job that I had that I get multiple days remote. So like going into the office is nothing to me.
So the reason why this is going viral is because a lot of the younger generation says they would take the 120 remote.
Because they're lazy. They don't want to go into the office and everything like that. I mean, to be honest, like I get why. I get why. I mean, you when you go into work and everything, obviously you got to wake up like at least an hour before or like hour and a half before, get ready and everything. Contrast to waking up 30 minutes, 20 minutes before you start your shift in a remote position.
Yeah.
That's really the biggest difference. And then obviously too, you got to factor in like traffic and everything like that with commuting. Um, I see where they're coming from, but it's like, bro, at some point you got to get your ass up and go into the office, in my opinion.
Ethan said, "Don't call them lazy."
Don't
Uh,
call it lazy.
yeah, but to Ethan's point, I don't necessarily think it's a. I think some of it's a lazy thing, but I don't think it's necessarily a lazy thing. I think it's a convenience thing, right? And it also depends. Now, let's be realistic. If you work
It
remote,
depends too. Like if you got kids, if you're a single parent, there's so many
oh,
factors.
that's so. Me personally, I'm doing the 420 or the 240 in person, right? Because again, I've almost now I've only worked in person jobs. So again, going in person is not a big deal. That's what I'm used to. I could see where somebody it depends where you are in life too, because yes, 240 is double it's double the salary for going in person. But I could see somebody that's used to living off of 30, 40K a year. And even though 240 is better, 120 is still a significant jump, especially if you're used to living at a 30K a year salary or 50K, even a 60K a year. If you were doing 60K a year and you double your salary and you don't have to travel no more, you can work from home. I could see where that could be a little more appealing. Also, other factors, like you said, if you got kids, if you got a family, if the commute for the 240, there's a lot of other factors. That commute is too far. Let's say it's an hour. Me personally, I'm still driving an hour for a 240 job. I'm driving. Before I moved to Austin, before I fully moved to Austin, I was driving back and forth between Austin and San Antonio 3, 4. I'm driving to San Antonio 4 days a week now. And that's an hour and a half, right? And it's for nowhere near 240K an hour or a year. I see the appeal. Um, but yeah, I could see the appeal of you can some people like depending on like what day. Some days you can literally wake up. Let's be honest. If you're working remote, you're probably not working 40 hours a week. So you could be probably do 20 hours of work at home. For some low key, it could potentially end up being the same. You could
You know,
probably do 20 to 25 hours a week of work at 120K
you
salary
know, I'm gonna
instead of
say
working
this
the
too.
40.
This may change your thought process a little bit. All right. So let's say obviously if you're working in the office and everything, you have like the work chit chat and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're working from home with no distractions, just you and the computer, I feel like some companies expect more out of you because you're not in the office setting, you're not,
True.
chit chatting with people and everything. Like you're not. I mean, obviously everybody has meetings and everything like that, but like after you hop off the meeting in a remote setting, it's like you just go back to work and everything. It's not like you got to go back to your desk and everything.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It is that type of stuff too. So, because I've had when I was on the job market, people are asking me just like, this role is fully remote and everything. Like, so they're obviously asking for a little bit more as far as like production and everything. And I was like, I get that and everything too, just because you do have the work-life balance and everything like that.
Right.
But at the same time, that sounded kind of like micromanaging to me a little bit. So
Yeah. Speaking of remote, if I get this funding, bro, my job's gonna basically be remote. And I'm kind of for UTSA, like I teach an online lab, I'm pretty much remote. The only thing I'm really going to San Antonio for is for like Shoe Palace. I'm not gonna fake it. I can see where somebody gets used to the remote life because remote life's
it is
hella
it,
chill, bro.
but like that's the thing though, fine. It's just like, and this is where I kind of got like into a situation with my last job, like IT recruiting, where I was just like, why aren't people taking a bite at these positions? I'll give you an example. Just one guy had about like 10 years of experience, really could do anything in IT and everything like that if you just set him up properly and tell him what to do. This dude was making around like $21, $22 an hour and everything with 10 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
I had this role that came up, and um, he was working fully remote, by the way, and everything. He had kids and everything like that, but he said, "Hey, like, I can do like a hybrid position and everything." I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, this role can checks off the boxes for that." Obviously, got to the pay rate and everything. He was like, "Look, man, like I'm making 21 right now and everything." I stopped him right there. I was like, "Look, man, I'm not gonna say his name, but I said, look, man, for this role and everything, I told the manager that I don't want to pay anybody less than $30 an hour." And I said, and I did the math and everything. I was like, you're take this position, $8 more and everything, and did the math like full, like annually and everything. Was a go and everything. He was so down for it. He got the offer. About 2 weeks later, he declines it, saying that I need to be fully remote and everything. But the thing about it too, though, Finest, he told me that he's looking for better pay and everything just because he's a single dad. He supports his family and everything. But it came down to him just going into the office 2 days or 2 days out of the week. He said he has what's it called? I think he said he was dating somebody at that time and everything that could take care of the
Mm-hmm.
kids, look after them. Or I think he had like his grandparents or something like that that could look after them for the 2 days. But it's situations like that where it's just like, man, you can't want it more than somebody else.
Yeah.
Especially with him being 10 years in the job market and getting paid that much. And I was like, look, dude, like I will pay you a drastically more and everything like that. But like I said, man, I was like, you can't want it more than some other people. So
Oh, for real. It's also, I feel like it's also a mindset thing. Like for me, uh, I got a question in the chat. It says, Finest, why are you still at Shoe Palace? Don't want to try. So I'm at Shoe Palace to like graduate. Because I still have to go on campus. I go on campus Tuesdays and Fridays. So I work at Shoe Palace Tuesdays and Fridays. I just take the L on the weekends. So when I graduate, I won't. And so it's actually harder for me to work in Austin when I got to come to San Antonio those 2 days out of the week for the hours that I work. Because if I worked only on the weekends, then I work less and things like, and it's just easy. Like you're already in the job. I talked to them about my schedule, so I, make the schedule how I want. I got a long leash, so I can pretty much get as much leeway as I want, essentially. So that's really why. Once I graduate, I'm not gonna be. Um, but yeah, that's the only reason why. Because I got to go on campus anyway. I got to go to San Antonio anyway. But yeah, I think it's also a mindset thing. Because me personally, even if one right now in my life, 120 would be fantastic. I'd be straight. Financially, I'd have no problems. But in my mind, let's say you got the job offer was on the table. Like, okay, we got this one job, we'll give you two jobs. One's 120, it's fully remote. The other's 240. We need you to come in 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, whatever, whatever. In my mind, I'm like, okay, even if I just live off the 120, and let's say I pick the 240 job, I can live off of 120 as if like the 120 pay me. That extra 120 a year, I'm putting all of that away.
mhm.
So in 10 years, what is that? What is that? Hold on. I can't do the math real quick. I can't do the math right now. I can do the math right now. I know it's easy math, but
What are you
oh,
doing?
120,000 times 10, 1.2 million. In 10 years, I can have $1.2 million in the bank. Once I get to $1.2 million in the bank, and if I put that in my investment portfolio, that I'm averaging 12% a year interest I earn on my portfolio a year.
Honest,
Yeah.
this is the breakdown every week of your paycheck before taxes. It's so 120K divided by 52 weeks. Every week this is before taxes. You're looking at $2,307. Now take away taxes, take away like I don't know, like 150 at the highest, maybe.
Yeah.
You still coming away with a pretty, and then obviously if you get paid bi-weekly and everything, I mean, bro, you're looking at like four $4,300 on a 2 week pay period.
Yeah.
You can do some fucking damage with that, bro.
Bro, listen to this. Let's say you take a 240. let's say you put half of it in the bank and you live off of 120. In 10 years, putting away $120,000 a year for 10 years, that puts you at 1.2 million. You got an investment portfolio. Let's say it does 12%. If it does 12% a year on interest, that's 144,000 that you're making a year. After 10 years, you could retire, live off just the interest you make off your investments at 144,000, and it would be paying you more than the 120 a year remote job. That's how my mind works. I'm like, oh, bet I just got to do this in-person job for 10 years and I could retire and I'm already used to living off of 120. When I retire, I'm making 144,000 a year off just my interest. That's how my mind works when it comes to stuff like that. And yes, Paul's still at Shoe Palace. All right, we got some this or that's. If anybody wants to throw some this or that's in the chat, all this or that it's kind of like would you rather, or it's like hypothetical things like would you rather this or that, yada yada yada. So I got some here. I'll also be checking the chat if you guys want to throw some in. All right, would you rather, or this or that, deep one-on-one conversations or group hangouts?
I'm gonna say deep conversation. I don't really be hanging out with too many people in big group settings.
Yeah.
When you say deep conversations, I'm talking about like shit that can like educate me and stuff, like new perspective and everything like that.
Yeah, I'd go deep one-on-one conversations. Don't get me wrong, group hangouts are nice and every so often, but like being able like what we do when we go to Cigar Lounge, when we just go and we just sit there, we chop it up, and we're just having one-on-one conversations. We're talking about life, we're talking about the future, this and third. That is to me, that is what's really like that to me is what I really enjoy is those deep one-on-one conversations. Kind of the whole point of one of the reasons why I started the whole podcast. You know, the Uncle Stribs. I've had multiple people. I've had like more than one person on at a time before, but I really like having that one-on-one conversation with somebody, whether I know them already, we're just having a conversation, or somebody I kind of know. I'm having them on. I get to know them more. Like I just had one of my coworkers at Shoe Palace, Mila, on, and I got to kind of know her. Like we work all the time, but I don't really know her story. I love learning about people's story, where they're from, how they got here, where do they see themselves in the future, where they want to go from there, and things like that. I love deep one-on-one conversations for sure. Uh, Great group conversations can be deep conversations, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like both, but I feel like if I had to do like once a week, the group ones can get exhausting. It also depends. If it's a group of friends, like if it's me, you, T, like we're just and it's like a group of us hanging out, that could be cool. So it really depends, but one-on-one conversations are where it's at for me. All right. This or that. Being the planner or go with the flow.
I'm gonna go with the flow type of dude, man. Especially if it's like a big setting or whatever, and then like people are like, no, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm just the person like, hey, whatever y'all choose, like I'm down with it. That's how I am.
Yeah. I'm a
You will not catch me arguing with somebody of like where we go and stuff, because like restaurants and everything. The worst thing I can get on the menu some chicken tenders and fries, bro. Like I'll make shit work.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely a go with the flow. I don't mind being the planner, but it also depends on the size of the group. Like if it's just me and two other people, I don't mind being the planner, but like you said, just go with the flow. Like it's funny when we travel, we don't really start making plans till we get there. And
Yeah,
even
really
then,
like
and even then the plans are loose. It's like, all right, the day we get there, and then we're like, okay, tomorrow let's go to the mall at some point, right? We'll just at some point, we'll get breakfast, go to the mall at some point, and then we'll be like, oh, there's a museum that's free, we can go tomorrow, or we can go day after. Like we really will just make the plan loosely, and then have to. Sometimes it's like you still want to go to the mall because we went to that shopping center. Like, nah, it's all right, bet. Like, what can we just kind of just figure it out?
You know what's funny about this? What I do a couple of times, there's three things that we guarantee go do. We either go, we gonna hit the mall, we do some type of shopping, or just walk around or some shit. Hitting up cigar lounge or either basketball workout. That's a guaranteed three that we at least go
Literally,
do.
literally, and then even then it's still whenever. So
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
this
bro.
like it'd be the day of, bro. You trying to hit cigar lounge like later after lunch? Sure, it's all right, bet. That's a cigar
Oh,
lounge.
basketball games too. I mean, we be doing that too. So
Yeah, 100%. Let me check the chat. Let me check the chat. Uh, okay, we got one. We got one. Big dubs for Ethan. If you made $10 million off a lottery ticket that your boy gives you, how, bro? I asked this a couple weeks ago, Ethan. If your homeboy got you a lottery ticket as like a birthday gift, and you won $10 million off of it, how much you breaking off?
Oh, bro, I'm giving you half because if you never brought that,
Half?
yeah, bro, if you never brought that to me, bro, dog, hey, I share, hey, I'm gonna be honest, bro, I share the wealth and everything, bro, and I always kept this too. It doesn't matter how much money I make, I can't take it to the grave, bro. So my thing is with that is that this is the way I think. If somebody gave me something and it led to more money and everything, I would have never been in that position if you never gave me it. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. But half is crazy.
I mean, bro, like, okay, come on, bro. 10 million, you get five. Okay. Let's say the taxes and everything. How much taxes they taking out?
Let's say it's 10 million after taxes.
10 million after taxes, bro. I'm 5 million, bro. I'm still good, bro. I'm still up.
No, 100%.
I'm still
Half is
up.
crazy.
I'm still up, bro.
I I do 20%. I'll throw 200,000. I'm gonna throw you some. I'm gonna throw you some. At least six figs. If I ever win a lottery ticket over a million, seven-figure lottery ticket, the minimum's for sure to be six figs. I break up the person that got me that ticket. Minimum 100,000. Realistically, I'd probably do 200,000. Hey, appreciate you. And but half,
By finance, I'll be good off of a million, bro.
two
I'll
mil.
I'll be good off of a million, bro. I just
Oh,
don't
I'm
know
thinking,
shit.
I'm tripping. I'm thinking, I'm thinking 20% of 100, of 1 million. Yeah, yeah. 2 mil. My bad, my bad, my bad. 2 mil.
Oh,
Even
two?
2 mil seems even 2 mil. Nah. 10 mil, I might throw a mil. I might throw a mil. Yeah, my math was off. I was thinking 20% of 1 million. Yeah, I'll throw a mil, 10%. Because I'm gonna be honest though, if I won 10 mil and I broke the dude off 1 mil, if I get any resistance about the amount I give you, like it's not enough, boy, there's no other way to infuriate me more except for flat earthers.
Bro,
It's for somebody to be like, 1 mil, the ticket's 10 mil, dog. You gonna bring me up. Calvin, there's nothing that would get me hotter.
I would literally be like, yo, whatever salary you make, you add that up in like 5 years, you still ain't touching this, bro. Be grateful.
Bro, I'd be pissed. Because realistically, somebody got you as a gift. There's no law that I have to give you anything. There's
Yeah.
no law that I gotta get you anything. So be grateful. Whatever. If it's 10K, you better be grateful I give you 10K. Nah,
Mhm.
bro. Nah, bro. But yeah, I'll throw a meal. I'll throw a meal. A little seven fig. Go ahead. Take a little 10%. All right. Uh, I got a couple more. Ooh. Forgive but never forget, or cut people off completely.
I younger me would be just cut people completely off. but now that like I'm in a better, I guess, headspace and everything, it's kind of like if you know a friend is kind of like does some shicey shit and everything, don't be surprised when it happens to you and everything. You know,
Yeah,
it's kind of like that. It's just like, well, people call it a snake and it bit me. So I can't really be surprised because so many people have told me that before. But at the same time, I'm an understanding person. It's like if somebody does something to me and everything, I look at it and I'm like, all right, I would never do that, but like I see why that person did it and everything, you know?
appreciate it, Ethan. Appreciate you. Yeah,
If that makes sense. Like it's just like I don't really harp on stuff too much. I'm just like, all right, they did what they did. They did it because of this, that reason. All right, cool. Like I forgive you, but like next time we speak and you need something, I say no, just remember it's because of that one incident or action that you did. So
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of factors for this one. I think in general, if it's a friend, somebody I call a friend, forgive, forget, forgive, but never forget. I do believe that people make mistakes. People deserve second chances, but not everybody deserves a second chance. And depending on what you did, not all
mhm.
consequences deserve a second chance. Like if you betray me, like some backstabbing bullshit, nah, bro, cut off completely. But for the
Yeah.
most part, like mistakes or bad judgment call, maybe they got angry heat in the moment, made a mistake, or said some bullshit to me when they was upset. I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'll give you the benefit of doubt. I understand you might, especially if that person later, like, let's say somebody, I don't know, calls me out of my name and starts starting some bullshit, whatever, whatever. But if they come out and be like, you know what, my bad, bro. Like, I'm going through some stuff. I was pissed. I didn't mean it, or this and the third. I'm like, you good, bro. It's all good. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna
I
hold
will
that
give
against you.
people I will give people the benefit of the doubt if they did something to me and then they come up to me and like, hey, like let me talk to you real quick. And they call out their own bullshit and everything.
one Hundred
I'll
percent.
give you so much respect. I'll be like,
100%.
I'll be like, hey man, I respect you. You said your wrongs and everything. We're good. We'll move past it and everything. If somebody can say that they're wrong, and I feel like that's one of the biggest things now today in the world, is people are so afraid to say, "Hey, bro, my bad, I fucked up. It won't happen again." It's a problem.
100%.
Um, but no, I would give people. There's even people that like I don't even like that did something to me that like that's really not coming back from. But I still like, hey man, I still don't appreciate what you did, but I give you respect for you saying that you apologize and everything. Depending on the
Yeah.
situation. So
Yeah. As long as it's not no crazy shit.
yeah.
But I think that's the factor. If they were in the wrong and they own up to it, then yeah, 100%. If they're in the wrong and their pride is too big and they double down on it, nah, we're done. Like I ain't got time for that. Especially at our age, most people we interact with are adults. I'm
Yeah,
too old
yeah.
to be dealing with no bullshit. I'm too old to be dealing with like trying to like baby you and like, oh well, I'm gonna give them space. And no, 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 no. I got too many bills. I got too many responsibilities. I got too many other people I have to worry and care and worry about to be worrying about this bullshit that you started. Oh
Hmm.
no, 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 no. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Okay, last one, and it's welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. SITIJ MURMU05. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. We about to wrap it up here, but we got one last this or that for those of y'all just joining. This is kind of on the same topic. Apologize first or wait for them.
Nah, if I feel like if I popped off on somebody or did something out of spite and I came down and obviously like I sat down and was just like, damn, bro, I fucked up. I'm gonna go and say, hey man, I fucked up. I'm sorry. You know?
Yeah,
Well, look, obviously a little bit more sincere depending on the situation, but like, nah, I'll say if I know that I'm in the wrong and everything or I acted out of character, I have no problem saying, yeah, bro, I fucked up.
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
apologize first, 100%. Even if we're both in the wrong, because I know a lot of situations. It's like one of those situations where like y'all y'all are both in the wrong, and then like the other person's waiting on the other person to go like, oh, I'm not apologizing unless they apologize. I'll just go ahead and be like, you know what, I fucked up, bro. Like, this, that, and the third. If they still hold some grudge, again, look, all right, cool, I'm gonna move on. But I apologize,
Hmm.
kind of thing. So just get that out the way. All right, I think that is it. No new ones in the chat. We appreciate the chat. Again, we're live on Thursdays. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Go ahead and thumbs up this bad boy for us. That'll really help the engagement. Um, Calvin, what you gonna leave the people with before we sign off here?
Hmm. Hmm. I'm actually say something about my little experience today. You know, usually we have this set at a certain time and everything. I told finance I was pushing it back a little bit because I had to do something. Um, and I had an appointment. Something happened to where some dude skipped in front of me, which pushed it back. I feel like with stuff like that, it's just more of like control what you can control and everything like that. If you show
Yep.
up on time, be just be like, hey, I did my part and everything. The other stuff, like that's just the way of the world and everything, you know. Um, Still learning that a little bit, but at the same time, I was just kind of frustrated. But at the same time, it's just like there's a lot more people in worse situations where they can't even afford to go to appointment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I have
Yeah.
to train my mind to thought. So it's just have a different perspective when you're feeling frustrated and everything and try to be a little bit grateful of just like, hey, I hate the situation right now, but at least I have the ability and the financials to do it, you know? So
Yeah. Yeah. That actually, going off of that, one thing I do want to say is kind of going with that is just guys, you listening, watching this, just be patient with people, right? You don't know what people are going through. Sometimes people, when something's frustrating you or somebody's being annoying, just be patient with people. I've kind of started to learn that in my, you know, more recent adult ages. You don't know what people are going through. Some people hate going home. Some people have a family at home and they hate going home. Some people don't like the person they're married to. Some people some people don't like their parents, don't have a good relationship with their parents, and they got family drama. Some people are losing loved ones left and right. You don't know what people are going through. So I try to be patient with people as best as I can. And I try to give them space and be respectful. Because at the end of the day, I'm most of these, and I'm obviously talking about like interaction with like strangers, right? Um, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get through this interaction because I'm probably never gonna see this person again, and they are not gonna matter. In my world or reality, this stranger that I met at HEB or Kroger that is being annoying or is being frustrating, I'm probably never gonna see them again. They're not gonna matter to me. So yeah, just try to find space to be patient with people. That's what I'll say for the peoples. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys for tuning in on the stream, or if you're watching this after the stream, we appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget, subscriber giveaway. Go ahead, thumbs up this bad boy. That really helps us out. Leave a comment, subscribe. You'll be entered in for a chance to win $50 on the first 15th of every month. In the GoT615, we'll catch you guys next.